We heard from the first reading, Christ in you, the hope of glory. But for IEC Youth, Christ in the youth, the hope of glory. Mabuhay ang mga kabataan. And the gospel tells us, anyone who will eat this bread will live forever. When it was announced last night that there will be a dawn mass for the IEC Youth, 13 bishops responded. And this, our presence today, tells each one of you how much the bishops love you, my dear young. Kindly allow me to introduce my brother bishops. The Vice Chair of the Episcopal Commission on Youth, the Auxiliary Bishop of Tigigaraw, the Archdiocese of Tigigaraw, Bishop Rick Bakay. Tigigaraw. And member of the commissions, Bishop Per Carmari of Dipolog. Bishop Apable of Digos. Bishop Pamadico of San Pablo. And our brother bishops is with us, Bishop Tobias of Novaliches, Bishop Abarquez of Calbayog, Archbishop Ledesma of Cagayan de Oro, Bishop Malyari of San Jose, Bishop Onix of Taytay, Palawan, Bishop Gregorio of Batanes. Well, we have a birthday boy today, Bishop Bong Bailon of Legazpi. His birthday today. Happy birthday! Can we sing a happy birthday song? Happy birthday. Bishop Bong is the chair of the FABC Youth Desk. So the FABC was formerly also the ECY chairman. Yeah, Bishop Bong. And Bishop Alminasa of San Carlos. Pero bak nakalimutan ko. And to my brother priest, especially the youth directors, the Archdiocesan Youth Director of the Archdiocese of Cebu, Father Keith and Father Mark. Palapakan po sila na sila yung abalan. Father Keith. And let us acknowledge also the presence of the Executive Secretary of ECY, Father Conel. Father Conel. To the Reverend Deacons, men and women of consecrated life, my dear seminarians, to the delegates from Mindanao, maayong buntag. To the Visayas, naimbag nga bigat. To the Northern Luzon, we have the Northern Luzon. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. To the Chinese friends who are here in Sawaan, to our Korean friends, annyeonghaseyo. So to my brothers and sisters, and let us acknowledge the generosity of the parishes of Lapu-Lapu City and all the families that welcome you. The Nazareth homes, the LGUs, all the volunteers for IECU. Daghang salamat kayo to all the volunteers and also to all the security personnel. Palakpakan din natin yung mga security, the policeman, and all the security officers. My dear friends, one early morning, a parent was trying to wake up their child, one class day morning, in order to go to the school. But the child argued with the parent and told them, Papa, Mama, I don't want to wake up. They always make fun of me. They quarrel with me at the school. But the parent tried to convince their child to wake up and go to his school. And the parent told the child, my dear child, there are 3 big reasons that you have to wake up now. First, it is your duty, it is your obligation. Second, my dear child, you are already 50 years old. You better wake up and go to your school. And the greatest reason, my dear child, have you forgotten that you are the principal of the school? This is a story by Father De Mello, and the title of this story is Wake Up to Life. And I remember 2 years ago in Korea, South Korea, there was an Asian Youth Day. And the theme of that Youth Day is Asian Youth, Wake Up. The glory of the saints shine on you. That was the theme. But today we can tell, IEC Youth, wake up. The glory of Pedro Calungsod and San Lorenzo Ruiz shine on you. And also one day, at a class, a teacher was asking her students how they will know that is now the end of night and the beginning of a new day. How do they tell the difference? And one student raised his hand and said, Madam, I know that when I wake up early morning, I open my window and I see the trees. I can distinguish this is a mango tree from an acacia tree. But another student also raised his hand and told the teacher, Madam, when I woke up early morning, I open my window and I look outside and I see animals. I can see the difference between a cat from a dog. And the teacher said, that's not the answer, my dear children. And all they requested the teacher to tell them the answer. And the teacher told them, my dear children, you know that it is the end of night and the beginning of a new day. That when you go out of your house and you meet people, you see in them a brother and a sister. Meaning to say that all of us in the love of Jesus are brothers and sisters. Especially the basic text of IEC, the 51st, proposes that in the church engagement among the young people, 3 things that we have to consider. The first is the Eucharist is a dialogue of love. And the second is the Eucharist is a primary school of Christian values. And the third is the Eucharist is communication. The Eucharist as a dialogue of love. I know that you came to Cebu by land, by air, by sea. And I heard that some even they diverted the plane on the day because we cannot land here in Cebu and they went to Davao. And those who came by the sea, I know how rough the sea was. But like the young people of today, Asia has 60% of the world population of young. But like when the Pope visited us and had his dialogue with the youth at UST last year, January 18, Gleisel, you remember that little girl, 12-year-old little girl, Gleisel? And she was sharing her story, how poor she was. She was formerly street children, very poor, and then these poor little children are even sometimes victims of exploitation and abuse. And her life story tells us that most of our young are poor. But in spite of their poverty, as Gleisel asked the Pope, why do God let children suffer? And she started crying that even the Pope cannot answer her question, but only say, Gleisel, you teach us how to cry. And we hope that in our tears, we can see the answers of your question. So amidst the challenges of poverty, of abuse, we, the young people, the young people of Asia, are being tossed by the waves of contemporary culture, and yet, like all of you arrived safe and sound in Cebu, I do believe it was Jesus who was journeying with us. Siya ang kalakbay natin sa mundo at sa buhay. Si Jesus, sa pamamagitan ng pagmamahal niya sa atin, siya ang tunay na kalakbay natin sa buhay. That Jesus journeys with us. And this is so, especially if you look at the Eucharist, we remember. Do you remember the story of Jesus inviting that rich young man? And because the rich young man was so rich, and Jesus had only one condition, go and sell everything that you have and follow me. But he went away sad. In one of the regional assembly of youth in Bacolod, for the region, their thing was, go give God the glory. They said, we do not want the young people of the Philippines getting away from Jesus so sad. We want the young people to come back to Jesus, to once more feel the love of Jesus, and they will go and live with Jesus the joy in their hearts, not going away from Him sad. So, my dear, in every Eucharist, like that special look of Jesus, that special love of Jesus for that rich young man, in every Eucharist, we once more see Him looking at us with a special love to each one of us. Sa pamamagitan ng Eucharistia, nadarama natin ang pagmamahal ni Jesus. And as if Jesus is telling us, my dear young people, I was young like you. I was born poor in a manger. I grew in age and wisdom like you. I was raised, but I was obedient to my parents in Nazareth. So Jesus is telling us in every Eucharist, remember, my dear young, how much I love you. I also live the life that you live. Poverty, limitation, but accept sin. So, the first thing that IEC will tell us is that, my dear young people, in every Eucharist that we celebrate, it is a dialogue, continuous dialogue of Jesus to each one of us. He is telling us, not only telling us by His words, living and offering Himself in love through the sacrifice of the Eucharist. So sa bawat Eucharistia, muling pinapadamasin ni Jesus ang pagmamahal niya sa bawat isa sa atin. Palakpakan po natin ang Panginoon. And second, they said that not only that we feel the love, that in every Eucharist, through the table of the Word and the table of His body and blood at the altar, we receive teachings or it is instructions from the church, especially values that He lived. First, the value of His presence. When He says, I am with you always at the end of time. The value of presence. Second, it's the value of gratitude. Cardinal Chito reminded us, in the contemporary world, as Pope Francis would tell us, is a throwaway culture. And yet, to respond to the throwaway culture, let us live the culture of giftedness, of thankfulness. And that's what we learn in the Eucharist, Eucharistia, Thanksgiving. And the last value that we have to learn from the Eucharist is service and sacrifice. Naalala ko tuloy yung isang kwento ng isang lolo, may dalawa siyang alaga, isang baboy at isang manok. At magbe-birthday, sabi ng dalawa, how can we make our caretaker happy on his birthday? And then the pig says to the chicken, well, we offer what we have. And the chicken says, I have my egg, I can offer an egg. And the pig says, well, I can offer a ham. But afterwards, the pig thought, you chicken, you just contribute your egg, a part of you. But for me, a pig, what will they do to me so that I can